Hi guys, today we'll be taking a look at the Furitek Momentum with Bluetooth module. Just a quick disclaimer, I'll be doing this video on behalf of my affiliate partner Chan RC. Now I've been having this ESC with me for a couple of months now, and I've been really taking my time to do this video because number one, I've been ordering multiple different motors, different KVs as you can see, and I've been waiting for them to be delivered and then running the tests on them, and hence why this video has taken a bit of time to come out. I really wanted to test it out thoroughly before I give my reviews and thoughts on this ESC. So for starters, I think this is the most advanced sensorless, brushless ESC in the market today. It has a separate Bluetooth module, and this Bluetooth module is detachable. So I have two ESCs, two Furitek ESCs with me, and I only have one with the Bluetooth module and the other is just the ESC. Now the benefit of this is you could remove the Bluetooth module and use it to program multiple different cards, and I think that is just genius, and that's just a very smart thing to do. Now this Bluetooth module will then pair to your Android or iOS mobile device, and you will be able to access a plethora of different settings, and you'll be able to fine-tune your car the way you really want it. Right? There's tons of settings, just loads of things you can play around with, and a lot of these settings really has impact in the way you drive and the way power is being delivered to the car. One of the great features, of course, is also the live telemetry display. As you can see here when I'm running the car, with that you'll be able to see where your different throttle position is when you are driving, and you'll be able to kind of really fine-tune your throttle punch and your throttle curves with the available telemetry data. Now putting it side to side, you can see where you really punch it and where you really feather the throttle. In my video here, you can see when I'm doing the donuts in the middle, I'm really throttling around 30 to 40% throttle input and maintaining it around there. And when I'm doing the large drifts or larger circles on the outside, that's where I give it, the full 80 to 100% throttle, and you can see it as well in the telemetry system. There's different views as well in terms of the telemetry. There's a straight up throttle curve, power and throttle curve, and also power and throttle over time. And I think this is just very clever information that you can utilize to really tweak and fine-tune your cars. Now comparing this to the Rocket ESCs that I usually run, the Rocket ESCs are rated around 18 amps, whereas the Furitek is rated around 20 amps. This Furitek is definitely a more powerful ESC compared to the Rocket ESC combos that I used to run. You can definitely feel the punch from this Furitek, and it will really deliver very powerful, strong acceleration. In fact, it actually draws as much power as your battery has to give and deliver it in terms of raw power, in terms of throttle, and you can definitely feel the difference with this Furitek ESC. If you have a higher C rating battery, a higher discharge rate on your batteries, this Furitek will definitely take advantage of that and will deliver as much as your battery allows, as much as your battery can give, and it really benefits in a track or when you are punching it, and you can definitely feel the difference. One very interesting setting is you can set the punch for the acceleration, and if you set it to a high punch, it will deliver the power instantly, whereas if you set it to a lower punch, it will deliver the power more linearly. And to me, you can really feel the difference between the settings. It's not for show. And I personally like the higher punch, somewhere around 8, 9s and 10s. That's where I like it to be. I can feel the difference when I hit the throttle. So power delivery is very smooth, as you can see here. Again, during the smaller donuts, you can see that I'm just feathering the throttle around 30-40% to do the small donuts. When I want to move out of the donuts and doing the larger drifts on the outside, that is where I give it the beans, which is 80 to 100%, 70, 80 to 100%, and that's where you can see it spike on the throttle curve and on the throttle telemetry graphs. Very smooth power delivery on the low end and also on the high end. And you can see here I'm running a 6000 kV, and I'm able to kind of set the turbo on the high end and also maintain the low end. There is no cogging whatsoever on the 6000 kV, as you can see here. It's just smooth on the low end and smooth on the high end. It performs very well. So all in all, a very good ESC, and I think again it's being overly engineered and it's really advanced for a non-censored ESC. Telemetry system is great, options are great, settings are great, it works. You can definitely feel the difference when you change and play around with the settings. My goal was to have a higher kV motor so that I can run a turbo setup with this, similar to censored ESCs, and it does work. It does deliver in terms of throttle curve. You can see my throttle curve slowly going up. You can actually tweak that and tune it to the way you want it precisely, and it works and it delivers. As of the time of recording, I am running the 1.3 version firmware. The rocket motors in general perform very well with the lower kVs, between 2006 kVs and the 3006 kVs. In terms of the higher kVs, I got better results with the Surpass Hobby motors, but in any case, the Furitek ESC was designed to accommodate multiple different motors from different manufacturers. I do get some coggings from the rocket motors at the high kV range, and what you can do is to set the startup power and the punch higher in the ESC settings. You can set the startup power to very high and the punch to the punch at very high as well. And that will kind of mitigate around the clogging issues that you might get in the rocket motors. Again, I got flawless results on the Surpass Hobbies on the higher kV motors. If you guys have similar comments or similar experiences with this, I want to hear from you. Let me know. I ended up running on the 6000 kV motor, Surpass Hobby, and it looks like it's gonna be my final setup. Sticking with it, I'm very happy with the results. I think with the motor and the Furitek combo, it's gonna be a bit cheaper than a censored ESC. I think it's a very good option if you have the money to spend. It's a very good option. It's a very good ESC. Tons of setup, tons of things you can play with. Again, I've been running lower kV motors in my previous cars, and with the Furitek and all its settings, I wanted to try a higher kV motor and do a turbo setup with it, and I'm able to do that with this Furitek ESC, and it's very good. Power delivery is linear and smooth throughout the low ends and high ends, throughout the entire range pretty much. It is a very high-end ESC. It's a very advanced ESC. It does come in two options, one with the Bluetooth module and one without. I would highly recommend for you to get one with the module and one without, like what I did, and you'll be able to switch out the Bluetooth module for multiple ESCs to do the settings. I hope this review was insightful for you and help you make a better purchasing decision. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, ask me any questions, or PM Chan if you would like to know more about this. Okay, take care and thank you guys. Bye.